Hello and welcome to the Bradley Braves broadcast. We're broadcasting from the Peoria Owens Center, and we're set to give you Bradley Braves versus the Iowa Hawkeyes. I'm Logan Quinn, and I'm joined by Garrett, Hammill, and Caden Sexton. And now to you, Garrett, for the keys of the game.
So the keys to the game for Bradley are full five. They need to, coming into tonight's game, Bradley has spent 9 minutes and 10 seconds on average per game in the penalty box. That's an average of 6.5%. They have the return of their star player, Tommy Davis. This is his first weekend fully back since his upper body injury that occurred in January of 2022 against the University of Illinois. And shots. Iowa's goalies have faced roughly 30 shots per game, only letting in 15 goals. If Bradley wants to succeed, they need to take away the goalie's vision to add offensively onto the board. And switching over to the Iowa side, they need to take they need to get on the board from the man advantage. Iowa has scored 39% of their goals on the power play. If they want to win, they need to get under the Bradley player's skin. Shots again. Cole Walter has been incredibly solid in his last two starts, and if Iowa wants to get on the board, they're going to need to get a lot of shots to sneak one past Cole. And then Iowa needs to remember to have revenge. They lost in February in the MACA semifinals to Bradley in overtime. So that's going to leave a sour taste from their last meeting, and I'm sure the Iowa Hawkeyes are going to want to take a win.
Thank you for that, Garrett. Yeah, Bradley's on a 6-game win streak, and this has been voted the MACA Game of the Week, actually. So they're looking to end that streak and win the Game of the Week. We're crewed tonight by Meagan Ruger-Smith, who is our director, myself, Garrett, and Caden, who are your play-by-play in color. And that's everyone. So we'll be back here soon around 7 o'clock for puck drop. Stay tuned.
At defense, number 24, Sam Bryant. At defense, number 25, Zach Malbon. At forward, number 82, Trevor Cooney. At forward, number 19, Cam Etchison. And finally, at forward, number 32, Jack Flood. Fans, please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
Sorry for the technical difficulties there, folks, but we are now back for the first period of action here. Any more thoughts, Garrett, before we get set to drop the puck?
We are a little new at this broadcasting thing, huh, Logan?
Yeah, first year, and we're learning as we go.
I really hope to see that the Braves come out to a strong start. Over the week in practice, they have been working very hard, but a little quiet. We'll see if the energy from the fans really elevates their play and gets one past Howard quick. I think if Bradley just sets that tone right away with precedence, they could get a good lead started and going.
It appears we're set to drop the puck here, and Bradley wins it back. Iowa gets it, and we are off. Bradley dumps it in deep. It goes out.
Dumps it into the Iowa Hawkeyes bench. Hopefully everyone is all right over there.
Face-off's going to be back at center ice. So 7 seconds in, and we're back to right where we started. Looks like Kuhn is set to take it for Bradley, and Iowa wins it back to the D. They look to regroup and start their breakout. They dump it in. They get it in deep, and Iowa has it below the net. Bradley is now starting their breakout, looking to dump it in. Big hit there for Iowa. Bradley's regrouping, and they win it back. Now look for a 2-on-3 dump in. Line changes for both sides here. Iowa has it back in their corner, looking to clear out of their zone, but Bradley's forecheck is keeping it in. Iowa appears to have a brief 2-on-1. They have one in deep, but it is saved by Cole Walters straight to the breadbasket.
Good save there by Cole not to give up a rebound. He had a man streaking right down the middle, I believe. I can't see his number right now. Number 91, Ryan Carlson. Streaking right down the middle.
Bradley wins it back to the left-hand corner. A mini puck battle there, won by Iowa for a quick shot there. Nice low angle that was fought off by Cole.
Looks like we got Grady Blessing here to take the face-off.
One by Iowa, back to their forward, who is up high looking for a shot, but unable to get it off. It's now deep into the Bradley corner. One back to the point to Iowa, and sent back in. Bradley clears it out of their zone, where Iowa just sends it right back in. Bradley's now looking to go for the breakout from behind their own net. They clear it out of their zone to a streaking Blessing, who gets a shot blocked. Iowa now looking to break out of their zone. Breakout pass is intercepted by Bryant. Oh, Blessing intercepts the breakout for a shot there, close range, but is saved by Howard. Bradley clears it out of their own offensive zone, but luckily Schmidt is there to regroup and dump it in for Bradley. Bradley was caught mid-line change there. Iowa's now breaking out of their zone. They've entered the zone for Bradley. Shot and saved by Cole Walters. They've shot now 3 times trying to get Cole low. Iowa has it in the behind the net. They pass it out to the middle, but it appeared that they were looking for a lefty there, but righty was unable to get it. Bradley dumps it in. Iowa's now looking to clear their zone. Bradley regroups at center ice. Zach Malbon has it. He dumps it in for Bradley. Flood retrieves it in the left-hand corner. Iowa clears it out of their zone for a breaking Mueller. Mueller shot blocked by Gousset. Flood now looking to streak, but he gets pushed off the puck in a good open ice puck battle. And Iowa dumps it into no icing. Bradley has it behind the net looking to break out. And it is saved at the line by Pape, who keeps it in and dumps it back. Intercepted there by Iowa, but luckily the Braves are able to get it out to Flood, who loses it, and it is waved offside. Or penalty on Iowa. Elbowing?
Elbowing. Indeed so, Logan. The leading referee down there had a front seat view of that penalty.
Bradley off to their first power play here tonight. They send out what appears to be their first unit. And they win it back to the point for a quick shot by Bryant that goes high over the net. It's now behind, where it is one back to Davis, who passes it back to Bryant on the point. Bradley keeps passing around the point, trying to get Iowa to move and get an open shot, but it is blocked and sent to the corner where Iowa clears, nearly kept in by Shaq, who has to pass it back to Bryant for a Bradley regroup at center. Bryant dumps it into the netting, and we will have a face-off now outside the zone. A minute 30 left on the Iowa penalty kill. And the face-off, it is fought over and won by Bradley. Pierce dumps it in to a streaking Flood, who and we have another penalty there. Interference on Iowa, I believe. So Bradley will now be headed to a 5-on-3 power play. They have a minute 19 left on the first one. So they'll have a long extended 5-on-3 power play against Iowa.
Looks like Coach Mike Gertler has sent out power play 1 again with Andrew Spence, Tommy Davis, Trevor Cooney, Tommy Shack on defense with Sam Bryant.
It was won by Bradley there back to the point, and they dump it back in. Puck battle there behind the net. And now Bradley's looking to take the perimeter and pass it around and get that open shot. Shack now on the left side circle, back to Bryant up front, down to Davis on the right circle. Davis moving to the front, looking for a shot in the slot, blocked by Iowa. will have a face-off on the glove side of Howard. 55 seconds left here for Bradley.
2 minutes for interference. That is 2 minutes for Zilling for interference.
It is one back to the point to Bryant, who passes it to Shaq for a one-timer. Big shot, but is saved low by Howard. Shaq is able to keep it in. Now Bryant on the point, looking to move and shoot. Glove saved by Howard through traffic there. 37 seconds left on this 5-on-3.
That was a good keep in there on the far wall by Andrew Spence and Tommy Shack. Good work to get it back to Bryant, who was trying to get some space for Tommy Davis on our near wall, but wasn't able to and took the shot himself.
One back by Flood to rack on the point, and shot and saved blocker side through traffic once again. Iowa is able to clear it here. Bradley's going to have about one more rush before the 5-on-3 ends. They look to regroup behind the net, and now they are breaking it down through center ice. Pierce down through the middle. Shot blocked by Iowa. Flood passes it back to Baker on the point. Back to Flood. Flood looks to center it, but it is blocked by Iowa. Down to the Iowa right corner. And it is 5-on-4. 38 seconds left on the penalty. Iowa clears it. Oh, Iowa 2-on-2, but is intercepted. Bradley sends it back in, looking for a line change to get one more look for the first unit. Iowa dumps it into the Bradley zone. Bryant goes back to retrieve it with a streaking Iowa player on his back. Sends it back to Schmidt, who will have about 14 seconds left.
Tommy Davis getting the motor started, loses the puck right at the tops of the circles.
And that'll do it for the Iowa penalty kill. Good start by them to kill off a 5-on-4, 5-on-3, and then 5-on-4. Deshak now enters the zone with it, shrugging off 3 Iowa players. And he now battles behind the boards, keeping onto it still. Kept in by Bradley, but it is hit out, and it looks like it'll go outside the zone near the Iowa bench.
Very nice to see Tommy Shack there, making a couple moves, keeping the puck from the Iowa defenders while he was entering the zone.
It seems like Shaq's always able to shrug someone off or hit someone using that big body of his. One back by Iowa to the D. Iowa now dumps it in deep, looking to get in behind the defense. 89 for Iowa. Mueller retrieves it. It's one back to the slot. Shot backdoor. Big save by Cole Walters, followed by another one. Cole with 2 huge saves, stretching out that right leg to keep Bradley even at 0. Backhand right side of Cole. Kept in by Iowa, who is really surging here. Shot blocked by Bradley. Back to the point for Iowa, and it is 1-on-1 now for Albanese, who's hit, big hit, but it appears to be called offside. Potentially looking for a penalty there, but offside.
Number 20, Dominic Albanese, got absolutely rocked there.
Right away when they blew, I was expecting something because usually the officials look to call something there, but one back by Bradley, who dumped it in. And Iowa dumps it into the Bradley zone. Hit by Cole to negate the icing. Blessing now streaking into Iowa. Gets by one defender, but the other defense is able to cover for him. Bradley looking to keep it in. Blessing there, keeps it. Wins it back in the left-hand corner. Puck battle. And it's one back to the point for Bradley. To Schmidt, who looks to shoot, and he did the old fake shot pass, and it hit off a Bradley player, but sadly went wide. Blessings now controls it, looking to regroup with Bradley. He dumps it in. Iowa dumps it in. Each time they've now tried to, on their dump in, shoot it on net. That one bounces wide of Cole. Schmidt goes back behind his own net. Bradley now streaking. I believe that is a Kuhn for them. And Iowa now have a 3-on-3. They send it in deep, and they have control now behind the net. They feed it out front, but it is intercepted there by Etchison, who was able to shrug off a hit and kind of clear it for Bradley. Zach Malbon now has it, and he's no icing there. Iowa has it looked to clear, but a nice forecheck now bounces Iowa off the puck and allows Bradley to intercept it at center. They dump it back in. Spence forces Iowa to keep it in their own zone behind the net. They are looking to clear, but they just cannot seem to do it. Spence forechecking again, interrupting the Iowa breakout. Helped by Tommy Shack. Iowa clears it, and it will be icing. 10:30 left to play here, 0-0. Shots appear to be 7-5 in favor of Iowa.
Really good work there on the forecheck by Andrew Spence, making sure that puck is staying down below the goal line, and he's trying to go to work for his man out in front, who I believe was Thomas Shack, who's now on the left side for Tommy Davis. Seems to be some confusion here on the Hawkeye side.
I think Iowa was trying to argue the icing, but it was clear. It's one back by Bradley. Shack dumps it in and keeps it below the boards. Iowa looks to clear. Guse almost keeps it in. It is now a 2-on-1 for Iowa. Shot straight in the Cole's stomach, but it is rebounded, and the ref appears to call a hooking penalty, I believe, on Bradley. I think it was Tommy Shack there hooked the streaking Iowa player to stop them from getting the rebound off of Cole. Oh, correction. Number 15 for Bradley,
Jacob Corrales. Looks like he got a rough.
A rough?
A roughing call.
Iowa will now head to the power play. They win it back, but it is cleared out by Jack Flood. Iowa regroups at center. Iowa skates it in now to the zone. Look for a shot on net and saved by Cole. Iowa nearly keeps it in there, but they are unable to. They regroup now at center ice. Iowa's breakout is now finally able to get it out of their zone, and the minute they get it into Bradley's zone, they lose it and get it taken back. A streaking Iowa player now shoots, and big save by Cole Walters. Basically a 1-on-0 opportunity, and he comes up big with a glove save. Iowa dumps it in and is called icing just out of the reach of Lupori, who is arguing that he touched it, but the ref's saying no. A minute 06 left on the Bradley penalty kill. They've done a good job of not really allowing Iowa many opportunities so far. Iowa wins it back. They look to break it out here, and they dump it in for icing again. Appeared to come off the stick just a little too hard there, and the Iowa player he was aiming for just was not there. So 59 seconds left now on the Bradley penalty kill.
Looked like they were trying to get a set play going, dumping it past and splitting the defenders, and that lead dog for Iowa trying to just beat out the defender, but Sam Bryant got back in time.
Iowa now wins it, and they are breaking out. They send it to the left-hand boards to Lupori, who is intercepted by Bradley, and Bradley's able to send it back to the Iowa zone. Iowa is regrouping and appears to change their forwards out. Iowa breaks it up the right-hand side. They get an easy zone entry for a quick shot, toe drag, saved by Cole, but he is knocked to the ice by the streaking Iowa player. And we have what appears to be a little bit of a pushing and shoving going on. Bradley was not happy that their goalie was ran over in the blue crease.
A little bit of extracurriculars, always good to see the defenders standing up for their goalie.
I believe it was Sam Bryant who came in right away and was saying, we are not going to allow you to do that to Cole tonight. I
think they are going to call a penalty here for goaltender interference, roughing. Don't want to assume until I hear from Megan, our PA correspondent, down in the box.
So that'll end the Bradley penalty kill, and in 29 seconds they'll now be on a 1.5-minute power play. So neither team so far has scored on their power play opportunities. The faceoff will go down to the Iowa end, blocker side of Howard. Bradley wins it back to the point. Zach Malbon looks to shoot. It is blocked. He gets a rebound and dumps it in. It's one back now. Bradley looking to, but it is turned over by Bradley for Zach Malbon. Battles for it, is trying to battle 3 Iowa players at once, but unable to. Bradley looking to break out of their own zone. Zach Malbon dumps it in. Iowa gets it and initiates their breakout now. They give it to a streaking Bruchewski. Bradley with the 3-on-2 here. And offside there. Tommy Shack did not appear to be on the same page as Cooney.
But it looks like the power play has started up for Bradley again. Bradley, however, is sending out power play, a little bit of a mixture of power play 1 and 2, actually.
Iowa wins it back, and they clear it to Rack, who is able to recover it at Bradley's blue line. Spence sends it in deep to the Iowa end. It is blocked there by Flood and kept in by Bradley. Great job by Rack and Davis to keep it in. Puck battle here near the blue line in the circle. Iowa's looking just to hold on to it, and it is one back by Rack. He sends it over to Shack, who's unable to corral it. Flood gets it, retrieves it, and sends it to Shack. Back to the point. Back to Shack, who turns it over. And Iowa clears it. About 30 seconds left here on the Bradley power play. Cole Walter sends it out.
No one home for Bradley. Iowa's able to take over at the top of the blue, sending it back around for Iowa.
Good play there by Cole. It appeared that one of the Iowa players had beaten Shaq back to it. And Bradley now has 10 seconds left. Up to Pierce. Passes over. And Bradley has a zone entry. It's passed back to no one, but Pierce is able to retrieve it. Iowa now looking to break it out, but Zach Malbon was able to intercept it. He's holding it, looking for a Bradley regroup. He passes it up to Baker, but it was just a little bit ahead of him now, and it'll be a Bradley icing.
Unfortunate there for Sam Bryant, trying to connect with Ethan Baker there. Just a little too far ahead of him, of Ethan, and Baker was not able to corral that puck, as it was just a little bit above his stick.
Face off here, glove side of Cole. It is one back by really neither of them, and it goes out, and so we'll have another face off there, glove side of Cole. That one went straight out over the glass. Second face off here, one back by Iowa, but Bradley's able to intercept. Oh, and Iowa scores. The face-off appeared to be one back to Bradley, but neither player really understood who was grabbing it, and it just happens to squeak to Iowa front door to what appeared to be Lepori, who backhanded it in, bottom blocker side on Cole, and so Iowa now leads 1-0.
Little bit of a defensive miscue there after the face-off. When the forwards are tying up, sometimes the defensemen are thinking the forwards are taking it, and vice versa. Ooh.
Big hit there and penalty.
Jacob Gousset takes a crushing blow.
Iowa trying to argue the call, but you'll never change an official's mind. So Bradley will head to their 4th power play of the game, looking to tie it up and respond quickly to that Iowa goal.
Looks like Jake Carlson's going to be getting a boarding penalty on the Iowa side. Let's see if Bradley can take advantage here on the man advantage.
Won by Bradley. Flood takes it below the net, back to Pierce, who sends it all right over the stick of Ethan Baker. Bradley now regroups in their own zone, looking to get it back. Pierce sends it in deep. Flood looking to forecheck and win back the puck. He does. Puck now down below. And that is cleared by Iowa. About a minute 25 now left on the Iowa penalty kill. Bradley looks to regroup and respond. It's sent forward to just out of the reach of Flood, and that'll be icing for Bradley. Minute 13 left on the Bradley power play, and looks like the faceoff will be now glove side of Cole Walters. Bradley had a good chance there backdoor, but appeared to bounce just out of the reach of Ethan Baker. One back by Bradley to the D. They regroup now behind the net. Shaq sends one forward to a streaking Cooney, who holds it in below the boards. Gets bounced off the puck, and Iowa clear it. About 50 seconds left now on the Bradley power play. Bryant holds it behind the net, looking for his players to start streaking. He passes it forward to Tommy Davis. And Spence passes it over to, I believe, Cooney, who now holds it behind the net. Sent back to Shaq near the left-hand circle, who Shaq loses a glove. It's sent back out to Bryant, who now regroups behind the Bradley net. 20 seconds left, so Bradley will have one last chance here. Bryant carrying it himself, enters the zone. Elects for a pass down the middle, and it is deflected away by Iowa and then cleared. Cole retrieves it down on the Bradley zone, and that'll do it for the Iowa penalty kill. Iowa is now even. Streaking Bradley player, shot, and nice high save there by Howard, who appears to knock the net off a little bit. Yes, so that'll be a offensive zone face-off now for the Bradley Braves. Howard had a nice up-close and personal blocker save, and on his way back up, he appeared to stumble and fall back and knock the net off a little. Nice break for Bradley, who gets a free offensive face-off from it.
That was just a great play by Tommy Davis there, getting the motor going, being able to go red line to red line, get a shot on net.
It's won by Iowa. They get past the Bradley D, but luckily the forwards are back forechecking and stopping any penalty now. It'll be a Bradley penalty. Appears to be number 28 for Bradley.
Paul Contreras for cross-checking.
Bradley will now enter their second penalty kill of the game. It is one back by Iowa to the point. Parrish. Iowa now has it on by the blocker's side circle of Cole Walters. They send to the point. Shot and blocker saved by Cole, who was able to fight through what appeared to be an Iowa screen. Sent back to the point for Iowa. Iowa appeared to be controlling the puck mainly on the blocker side of Cole. And shot there by Iowa, but Cole's easily able to see through no one and glove save.
Good glove save there by Cole Walter. But the Bradley penalty kill needs to adjust. Iowa's trying to get that seam pass going and trying to get a one-timer across from Cole's body to get a goal.
Cleared there by Bradley. Howard goes back to retrieve it for Iowa. About a minute and a half now left on the Iowa power play. Iowa start their breakout. They send it up at the right-hand boards. Iowa enter the zone. And it is a bad pass back. Spence looks now to, he just dumps it in. He was maybe had an opportunity there to force something, but just better to dump it in and regroup if you're Bradley. Iowa now enter the zone. Shot there into the breadbasket of Cole Walters, who easily saves it. Iowa really wants to get inside the house, as some call it, which is the center of the ice there in between the two dots. And they've been trying to force many of their shots from there and get quality chances on Cole. One back by Bradley, but it is turned over, and Iowa gets the shot from the point. They tried to shoot it through traffic for a tip, but the Iowa player, I believe, tipped it out. But my bad, off Bradley, so it'll stay in the Bradley zone. Another face-off on the blocker side of Cole Walters. It's one back by Iowa. They pass it back to the point. Pass it back to the boards. Back to the point again. Beat a man and shot. Cole Walters fends off a screen for a blocker save. Iowa keep it in. They're going to get a nice shot here from the point, and another blocker saved by Cole Walters. A little miscue there by Iowa sends it out of the zone, but they now regroup and get it back in. And right to the left shoulder of Cole, who's unable to fully trap it, but it is cleared out by Bradley. 10 seconds left now on the Bradley penalty kill. Iowa skates it in. They have it now below the boards. And it was sent back out to the point, but unable to handle it. Bradley's now even. Spence fends off a hit, but it is hit out, and we'll have a face-off, I believe, at center ice. Iowa wins it back. And they now break out and they enter the Bradley zone. Grady down center. Nice toe save there by Cole Walters. Iowa gets another little rebound shot, but Cole is easily in the RVH able to save it and hit it behind the net. Bradley clears it from their zone. Iowa breaking it in. They appear to have it below the boards near Cole's blocker. Tommy Schmidt goes for the hit. And it is one back by Bradley. Bryant now breaking out for Bradley. We have 1 minute left in the period. Bradley sends it in. Iowa breaks it out of their zone. They're looking to get a last-minute goal here. Oh, 89 for Iowa. Sends it in and then lays out Schmidt. Bradley clears it out of their zone. It's sent to Tommy Davis, who dumps it in. And Iowa's now trying to clear it. Bradley's forecheck was able to force Iowa into the corner. Iowa clears it from their zone, but Bradley's able to intercept it at center. They send it in with 14 seconds left. Iowa will probably just wait it out here behind their net and let the period end. And Iowa sends it out to end the period. So Iowa will go into the first intermission up 1-0 on the Braves. Shots appear to be 18-6 in favor of Iowa. So, Garrett, any thoughts on that first period?
Bradley needs to pick up their game. They looked a little slow there towards the end of the period, they need to not hang their heads. They're a very capable team, and they are still in it. They need a good 20-minute performance in the second period and then another 20-minute performance in the third and get a lot more shots. As you mentioned, Logan, they only had 6 on net, and that is subpar for what we had forecasted for them in the pregame show of getting more and more shots.
Cole really did a good job of keeping Bradley in there. He faced a couple of high-quality scoring chances and was only able to let Iowa score 1 on 18, which is really good by him. He's been on a hot streak now for Bradley.
Yes, indeed. I hope to see that the Bradley defense just talks a little bit more out there. It seemed like there wasn't enough communication, and they were in the defensive zone kind of running around like chickens with their head cut off.
We are now going to Meagan, who is interviewing someone from the Iowa team.
Bradley defeated University of Iowa in the semis in last year's MACA playoffs. Right now we saw an intense period, but we saw Bradley kind of failing on the power play. They were unsuccessful in all of their attempts to get a goal in power play, and University of Iowa really needs to stay out of the box. Despite having 1 goal, they have spent a fair amount of time in the penalty box. So for next period, definitely looking for both teams to get a little more aggressive. Bradley really needs to get more shots on goal, having only a third of the Hawkeyes' shots. Looking for Bradley to heat up their offense and for the Hawkeyes to just stay as consistent as they were in the first period. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Meagan. We will now go to break, and we will be back in about 13 minutes to give you the second period of the Bradley Braves versus Iowa Hawkeyes. Stay tuned. We are now back for period 2 here. Once again, Iowa leads the Bradley Braves 1-0. I'm now going to turn it over to Caden for what Bradley needs to look to do to this period to even the score and hopefully get a lead.
Yeah, thanks, Logan. Garrett mentioned pregame how solid both these goalies are playing. However, these shots are important to win tonight, and nobody's able to get clean shots off because of how incredible these defenses are working. In my opinion, right now the MVP of the game is the Iowa defense. They've only allowed 6 shots on goal against Bradley. Bradley needs to pick it up and get around that defense if they want to start scoring. Bradley failed to execute on 4 power plays so far in this game, and they're going to need to turn it around in this defensive-heavy game if they want to. Having the shorthand is going to help get around that defense. Statistically speaking, the next time Bradley goes into the box, Iowa's scoring. 39% of Iowa's goals this season have come on power play, and Bradley has silenced the first 2 tonight, but if it gets to 3, we might be getting in some trouble. And finally, we've been outshot 6-18 in the first. We need to step up our offense. We only had 2 shots on goal during that 5-on-3 attack. Bradley needs to get their heads in the game and not let this penalty kill keep them with 0 scores on the board.
Thank you very much, Caden. Like you mentioned, Iowa has outshot Bradley 18-6, and they've spent roughly 8 of the first 20 minutes in the box. So Bradley really needs to look to get some shots and get some offense here. They did have a couple of good quality chances, but it was either saved or just bouncing over Bradley's sticks. Cole needs to look to have another solid period here if it's going to be much of the same as the first.
Yeah, for sure. Cole looked great out there. However, this defense needs to lock down the shots. 18 in a period is not what we want to see. Our goalie can do only so much, Logan.
Bradley now has entered their bench. Iowa hasn't come out yet. So it'll be Cole, and I'm not sure who else joining Bradley. Iowa has now come out. So we'll look to get things started here very shortly. Both teams going for that pre-period skate, just trying to stretch things out and get a feel for the ice once again. This period will be the long change for both teams, so it'll be interesting to see each side's strategy on if they're going to try and get as many whistles as possible, because it is very hard to play on the long change when you're tired, because you have to clear it and then you also have to skate down basically half the length of the ice to even just get a change.
Yeah, Logan, it'll definitely be a challenge, and it's going to be interesting to see how they attack this one. Bradley looks to be getting ready to go here, getting their goalie Cole a pep talk and skating up for the face-off. But Iowa doesn't seem too ready yet, as they look like they're over in a huddle.
So for Bradley, of course, it's Cole Walters in net. Appears to be Bryant and Zach Malbon on defense. And then at forward, Shaq, Spence, and at center, Tommy Davis. And we are now set for the opening face-off. 1 back by Iowa. They dump it in deep to the Bradley zone. Bryant, back to get it. He hits it out to Shaq, who is in a puck battle and hits it out to the Iowa zone for what will be it will be icing, It appeared the ref was going to call it off, but no.
Yeah, and it looked hard for me to see, at least, if the goalie's glove was actually up and if he wanted icing on that one. But the puck's going to come back down into Bradley territory.
It looked like it maybe was going to take a bounce off of Howard down there, which would have negated the icing, but sadly for Bradley, it didn't. Face off here now, glove side of Cole, 1 back by Bradley. Bryant hits it to the D, and Zach Spence is able to help him out and clear it, but Iowa enters the zone once again. Spence has it now for Bradley, and it is sent back in the Bradley zone. Lupori gets it for Iowa, sends it out front, but it is a fanned on by Iowa. Back to the point to Norris. Shot and blacked by Zach Spence, who looks to come out and battle for the puck. Hit by Davis to Spence. Glove saved by Howard. That was a good early opportunity for Bradley. And Bradley, it looks like, will have a delayed penalty. Tommy Shack behind the play, I believe, on the Iowa zone.
Yeah, this is detrimental to Bradley right now. They needed to keep out of the box because Iowa is going to, or should theoretically, score on this power play. Bradley needs to lock down on defense for 2 minutes and make sure nothing gets past him right now. This might be the turning point in the game.
Head coach Mike Gertler was not really happy with that behind-the-play call on Tommy Shack, but the ref shrugged him off. It is tied up and one back to Bradley. It appeared to hit the ceiling, but we play on. Bradley clears it down to the other end. Howard back to retrieve it. Iowa looks to regroup. Iowa breaking out of their own zone, streaking down middle. Parsi skates it in, gets by the Bradley D, backhands it, and saved by Cole Walters right into his chest. Iowa keeps it in. They keep it now below the boards. It's sent behind the net. They pass it back to the point, back to Parisi, and they send it back to the other side now. Shot and blocked wide, but is kept in by Iowa, who now bring it back to the point. One-timer to Parisi, wide in the net. Iowa keep it in, though, but it is fought, and they've just done a great job of keeping it in. They just somehow seem to stop every Bradley clearing attempt. Rack is able to finally clear it now for Bradley. Around just under a minute left in the Bradley penalty kill. Iowa send it up the right-hand boards. And Spence battles for it. But it's one back by Iowa, who now enter the zone. They look for a shot, but there's nothing there. They skate it behind the net. Send it back to the point to Norris, who was looking for a shot, but just nothing there. He gets it once again. Trying to shoot it. Zach Spence doing a great job of getting in the shooting lane and blocks it. Norris once again, and another block by Spence. He has done a really good job of just not allowing Iowa to do what they do and getting in those shooting lanes. And goal line stop there by Cole Walters. Lupori looked, took it from the corner and just do a tap in, but it was saved. And Lupori with another opportunity, pad save. Bradley is now even, so we'll have 5-on-5 action once again. Lupori dumps it in, but it is stopped by Bradley, who looked to send it out to Tommy Davis, but it will go for icing. And Bradley coaches are uproared. They thought Tommy Davis had Iowa beat, and that should have waved off the icing, but the ref is arguing otherwise. Tommy Davis was in deep there. He had Iowa's defense beat, and the ref says my bad and sends it back to center, but Tommy Davis would have had the puck in the Iowa zone for Bradley.
Yeah, the line judge can't do that. That just changes the impact of this game.
And it's one back by Bradley and a tie out to Zach Malbon, who shoots it low blocker side, and it's saved by Howard. It's fought and won by Bradley behind the net. Pierce and Blessing for Bradley are doing a good job of getting that puck. And now Iowa looks to break it out. And they get past the D2-on-0, and they score. Number 9, Garrett Grady, beat two Bradley defensemen, appeared to do a toe drag, and backhand it past Cole Walters.
Look, I got to give credit where credit was due. That was a beautiful goal. He did some evasive maneuvers to get around those 2D on Bradley, and then it was just him and the goalie, and Cole wasn't able to stop that backhand shot.
It was a 2-on-4. Bradley had the numbers, and Grady was just able to get by the Bradley D, and big hit now by Schmidt on Grady. Yeah, Cole did not really have a chance there. It's kept in by Iowa, by Grady, who now hits Pierce, and Grady keeps it into the point. Shot by Iowa, and it appears to bounce up, hit the post, and Cole Walters is able to locate and dive on the puck, keeping it out. Lucky play there for Bradley, because if they were to go down 3-0 off of that, I don't think they come back out of it.
No, Logan, I think you're right. I think Cole Walters just made an incredible play there. That puck was nearly on the line, and he dived on it at the last possible second to save this game.
Tommy Davis wins it back to the D, and Bryant dumps it into the Iowa zone for icing.
Yeah, you know, Logan, it might be 2-0 right now, but let's go back and talk about that penalty kill from Bradley. Spence and the rest of that kill did an incredible work to keep the game at that point 1-0. However, that play moments ago wasn't going to be stopped by Cole.
Face off now, glove side of Cole Walters. It is hit by Tommy Davis towards Shaq, who now hits it in the Iowa end. Tommy Davis enters the Iowa zone, shrugs off one, looks for another, and gets hit and tied up at the same time. Back to Schmidt, and Shaq hits Pape behind the play, but there's no call. Iowa enter the Bradley zone. Fend off one hit, look to dump it in, but his hits are blocked by Schmidt. And they shoot it on net for a tip, but it is saved by Cole Walters. Tommy Davis now below the net, goes for a reverse hit and gets laid out, but I believe he drew a penalty on it. Good play there by Davis to draw a penalty and hopefully give Bradley some energy. So Bradley will now go to their 5th power play of the game, first of this period.
Yeah, this is the perfect opportunity for Bradley to capitalize, Logan. They get the man advantage again, although they haven't been able to capitalize it yet tonight. 8 minutes they've had without a man for Iowa, and they've been unstoppable.
It's won back by Bradley to the right-hand boards and kept in now in the right-hand corner, glove side of Howard. It's sent to the slot to no one, but Rack is able to keep it in. Iowa clear it. And that'll do about 1:40 left in the power play. Iowa's forward check is able to get it from Bradley, but Bradley's able to win it back quickly and now look to take advantage of only 3 Iowa players back. Blessings looks for a drop pass to Baker, but Baker was not there yet, and so it goes to no one. Iowa again beat Bradley back for the puck on the dump in and look to kill off some of the penalty. It's sent on net to Cole Walters, who easily saves it, and Rack now looks to break it out for Bradley. It's sent forward to Tommy Davis, but intercepted by Iowa. Luckily, Bradley was able to get back quick enough and stop him from having a quality scoring chance. It's sent over to Blessing, stopped by Iowa, but Bradley's able to keep it in the zone thanks to Flood. It's sent down to the left-hand side. I can't really see to the students. And sent back to the point to Flood, who is unable to keep it in thanks to the Iowa forecheck. Cole Walters goes to clear it out, but is unable to. He hurries back to his net. But luckily, the Bradley defense is able to stop the attempt. Bradley now has a 4-on-2 opportunity here. Bryant sends it in. Shoulder side, and it is gloved by Howard, who was easily able to see it thanks to no one being in front of him and glove it down for a whistle.
Yeah, Bradley's taken 4 shots in the last 7 minutes. Definitely an improvement from last period. However, with 32 seconds left in this power play, they either need to make lots of shots or they need to set up a really nice opportunity here.
It is won back by Bradley to the point to Tommy Shack, who looks to shoot but is unable to. He sends over to Bryant, who shoots it and misses it wide blocker side. Iowa clear it, but it is hit off the ref. Iowa now have a 2-on-1, and great play by Bryant to block the pass and allow Tommy Shack to come back and clear the puck. Bradley entered the Iowa zone, and it is sent off an Iowa player out, and that'll do it for the Bradley power play, who are now 0 for 5. Iowa is even. Bryant holds it now behind the net. He's looking for a breakout. He sends it over to his D partner, Zach Malbon, who skates it forward himself and is bumped off the puck, and Iowa now possess it, but it is turned over to center ice, where Bradley looked to dump it in. Bradley are hit and they are able to enter. 13 for Bradley. Pierce goes in and fights for the puck now below the net, but Iowa is able to start their breakout. They send it forward to Viola, but Zach Malbon is able to get it because it was just out of the reach of Viola, and Bradley send it forward. A lot of just passing without really looking going on right now. Bradley now enter the zone. They look for a shot, but it is hit away by Iowa, who send it now to the right-hand side and look to clear it, but Zach Malbon keeps it in and sends it back deep. 20 for Bradley. Dominic Albanese has been really forechecking this whole shift and trying to keep it in, but Iowa send it forward to the Bradley end and get a shot on Cole Walters, who easily fends it off. Iowa look to send it to the slot, and it is sent to just out of the reach of one of their own players. Oh, Iowa from behind the net sent it forward to a guy in the slot who was able to backhand it on Cole, who glove saved it, and then there was a small melee after the whistle, but it was easily dismissed by the referees.
Yeah, Logan, that entire shift was very aggressive and very edgy. I mean, we saw Pierce's body check in the middle of the ice. Then we saw that little melee, like you just said, in front of the net after the play. I think there's a lot of tension going on right now.
Yeah, it was a lot of just kind of pass and hit, and nothing really was being possessed. The puck wasn't really being possessed there. Iowa win it back, but Bradley's able to clear it for an icing now. 11:33 left to play. Iowa lead 2-0.
Yeah, and you know what else Iowa leads in? Shots, 23-10. Bradley hasn't taken another shot since I made that last comment. Maybe me making another comment about it will return the tide.
Shots this period have been, I believe, 5-4 in favor of Iowa, so Bradley's somewhat getting the shots back in their favor. And in the face-off is won and sent out by Etchison to the Iowa end for another icing.
You're correct, Logan. It is 5-on-4 shots this period. However, we're trailing 2-0 right now, and the Iowa defense is just not letting anything through. I mean, look at Justin Howard. He's a great goalie. He saved 10 shots, but he has only saved 10 shots. Entering tonight, he's on average saving 30 a game. Bradley does need to pick it up in order to get him to start cracking and get him to open up holes.
I'm not sure why, but the referee has just now brought the face-off from Cole Walters' glove side and in the Bradley zone to center ice. I believe Bradley may have argued the icing, and it is won back by Iowa, but it is just out of reach of their demons, so Bradley is able to forecheck. But Iowa is able to negate the forecheck and get it into the Bradley zone. They escape by one D-man for a backdoor pass, and it is glove saved by Cole Walters. Iowa somehow turned that into a semi-2-on-1, and they passed it to the slot. The one-timer was kind of fanned on and chipped up, and Cole was able to snag that out of the air with his glove and keep it to a 2-0 Iowa lead.
Yeah, Cole made a really nice play there, and hopefully that momentum can help right now.
Face-off won by Iowa, sent back to their D, but just out of the reach, and so now Iowa regroups in their own end. They send it to the center of the ice to Grady, who looks to take it now down the left-hand side boards. He gets almost by Zach Malbon, but Zach Malbon does a great job of checking off Grady. It's won by Iowa back to the point, and shot, and I believe high blocker side of Cole Walters. Iowa keep it in, though. They send it back to the slot, but Tommy Davis is there to intercept and send Bradley on a 4-on-3. He drops it for Bryant, who is not there yet. Tommy Shack possesses it now below the boards. He sends it back to the point to Schmidt, who shoots, and it is blocked by Iowa. Iowa sends it forward now, looking for Grady, but is just out of the reach, and that'll go for icing. 10:18 left to play here.
Yeah, you mentioned Tommy Shack there. He's currently leading the team in most penalty minutes on the season with 14. However, it's now 16 as he added 2 this period. Tommy Shack, if he stays out of the zone, out of the box, he will extremely help this team on defense as well as keep the numbers 5-on-5.
Tie up there, won by Iowa, sent back, and then Bradley looked for a shot that was blocked, and it was hit out of play, so the faceoff will stay glove side of Howard. Yeah, about halfway through the game here, and Bradley only has 10 shots, so they're really looking to try and get one through. The faceoff is won back by Iowa, but Bradley possesses it. Behind the net now for Iowa, there is a puck battle. Iowa comes out with it, passes it forward for their breakout. 16 for Iowa, looks to break it in, but it's fended off, and Blessings almost scores one on his own goalie, but luckily Cole Walters was paying attention and saves it. Iowa breaking in the zone. They get by one D-man for a backdoor pass. but it was just out of the reach of their own player. They send it back to the point, but it is out of that reach once again. So Iowa now looks to regroup in their own zone. They send one out. Schmidt hits it, but is unable to fully corral it. But luckily, Bradley was able to kind of hit it out of their reach and make Iowa regroup. Schmidt goes back to retrieve behind the net. He hits it forward to Pierce, who is now in a puck battle, but Iowa comes out with it, and Blessings luckily comes in to help fend him off. It's hit forward to Pierce for a 2-on-1 for Bradley. He looks for the pass, but it's not there, and it's saved low side by Howard. Iowa clear it, and it will not go for icing. Schmidt with a big hit there. And now Bradley looked to take it out of the zone with Daniels passing up to Etchison, who dumps it in deep right side. Corrales looks to forecheck. It's now blocker's side for Iowa. I believe Flood there was able to hit it back into Etchison, who's now forechecking behind the Iowa net. Iowa hits it forward. Bryant goes for a hit, but Iowa's still able to keep it out. They go for a 2-on-2 now. They send it to the slot for no one there, and almost saved by Cole Walters, but it is a goal for Iowa. Number 91, Ryan Carlson, streaked in to the Bradley zone, uncovered, received a pass in the high slot, and was able to have Cole Walters get a piece of it, but not all of it. And so now Iowa extends their lead to 3-0.
Yeah, that shot looks like it barely scraped over the blocker of Cole over there. But that goal from Ryan Carlson gives him his 5th on the season and tying Iowa in goals. He needs to be shut down for the rest of this game to stay where it's at.
Face off, one back to Iowa, who dump it in on Cole. Cole covers it, and that'll be a offensive zone face off now for Iowa. I believe on the glove side of Cole. Yes, it'll be glove side now.
You know, a couple plays ago, Grady Blessing almost put one to his own goal. I couldn't tell what he was doing there. I think he was trying to poke it away from the the attacker in Iowa, but he almost got his 8th on the season, and I don't think the bench would have been too happy about that one.
Yeah, he was looking to clear it behind the net and kind of have it come out the other side, but just bad angle on it. So Iowa wins the faceoff, keeps it in here, gets a shot from the slot, but it is blocked by Bradley. Puck battle now, won by Bradley. Bryant sends it over to Shaq, who tries to clear it, but is hit off an Iowa stick and kept in at the point. Zach Malbon now gets it, sends it forward to the high left side, where there is a tie-up between Iowa and Bradley. Bryant sends it forward to Shaq, who gets by one and dumps it in and is trying to get by another, but he is just beaten. Iowa send it forward, kept in by Bradley, and glove save by Howard. Nice shot there, and nice opportunity created by the forecheck. Iowa send it in. It hits off of – it'll go for icing. I thought it hit off of Blessing there, but I guess it bounced just out of his reach. Iowa's bench is now telling their players to slow it down.
Yeah, Pierce is having a word with the line judge here. I don't know what it's about, but it looks like he's not happy after this altercation.
Yeah, Bradley's forecheck is doing a really good job of kind of forcing Iowa to not really do what they're looking for and kind of speed up their breakout. So their coaches were trying to tell them just to take it easy. You have a 3-goal lead. Just slow things down. The faceoff is one back to the Iowa side and is cleared. Now Viola looks for a 2-on-2. He gets it, gets by 2, and it is saved by Cole Walters. It's loose, and Cole dives on it. No one really knew where the puck was there. There was kind of a pile up front. It appeared Cole saved it, and then the second opportunity, he was able to dive on what was a loose puck.
Yeah, it looks like just a lot of confusion there. Iowa didn't really understand where that puck was, and once it re-hit the ice, Cole saw it right in front of him, covered it up with his glove, and now we're back to a face-off on his stick side.
It's won by Iowa, back to their forward, who sends it on net but is blocked. Blocked again by Bradley, sent back to the right-hand corner. Big hit there by Zach Malbon, who frees it up for Flood to hopefully clear, and he does. Flood gets it once again. He now enters the Iowa zone, dumps it in deep. He fights off a Iowa player. There's two, but Grady is able to get it. Good keep there by Rack. Sent deep. Rack keeps it in once again. Flood now, high point, looks for a shot and is blocked by Iowa. 22 for Bradley. Tyler Bouchard is able to keep it in, but Iowa eventually gets it and now look for a 3-on-3. They send it forward to their guy in the slot, Mueller, but he's unable to get it due to being tied up. They send it back to Mueller, and he shoots it in right into Cole Walters' breadbasket. Not a very challenging save for Cole there.
Yeah, Garrett mentioned before this game and the keys to the game that this is a revenge-type battle for Iowa. And, Logan, I think Iowa is just trying to take this so much more aggressively than Bradley. I really do think that they see this as a revenge game. I mean, look at the shots, 26-11. It's astonishing how aggressive they are in this one.
Face off, one back by Bradley, but Iowa was able to intercept it and then keep it in a little bit. They dump it in there, but Spence is able to clear it. Iowa dump it back in now to Bradley, and it is cleared by Schmidt. Appears to just be a dump in, dump out game right now. Bryant clears it out to Iowa, but Iowa is unable to corral it, which allows Bradley to kind of hit it into the Iowa zone, but Iowa gets it back once again. Penalty now called on, I believe, Ethan Baker. I'm not sure what for. He kind of hit the Iowa player from behind there, and I believe the ref just signaled for a cross-check.
Yeah, this is Baker's third penalty on the year, and this cross-check might not be coming at a great time, Logan. I mean, 5 minutes left in the second, 3-0 game. It's not the time to get a 2-minute penalty.
Yes, it was cross-checking. I have confirmation now. Iowa ties it up and tries to win it back, but Bradley's able to clear it. I believe this will be Iowa's fourth power play of the game. Iowa now looks to regroup behind their own net. They bring it forward. Iowa enters the zone. Carlson, he takes it below the boards, and is big hit by Bryant, who is getting a penalty. Carlson is down and appears to be in a good amount of pain.
Yeah, that was an ugly one, Logan. I mean, it looked almost as if Bryant went for the not clean, but not aggressive hit, and once his back hit the board, it looked like his head just flew forward and hit the glass there. That did not look pretty, as he is getting helped to the sideline by a teammate. Skating on his own, which is very good to see, but he is definitely going to need to get looked at over there.
Yeah, it appeared Jake Carlson went to kind of sidestep Sam Bryant there, and as he went to do that, which leaves you in a very dangerous position, Sam Bryant went for his hit, and it caused Carlson to go hard on the boards there. He is able to get to the bench, and he's being looked at now by the tunnel. So this will be a 5-on-3 power play for Iowa. They have 1:38 left on their first power play, so this will be a very long, extended power play.
Yeah, not only is this going to be long, Logan, but this does not look good for us in Peoria right now.
Sam Bryant got 2 minutes for roughing. It's one back by Iowa, who keep it in the zone, and it is shot and tipped by Lupori, but it goes wide. They send it back to the point, send it deep right side, and Cole sprawls out, gets it with the left pad, not really sure where it was, but Bradley's able to clear it, but kept in by Iowa. Iowa streaks into the zone, or to the slot, excuse me, but it was blocked. Iowa controlled at the point. They send it forward to the right side, back to the slot, and sent wide. Bradley player, I believe Rack, was tripped there trying to clear it, but no call, and it is sent on net and blocked by, I believe, Iowa's own player. Controlled now by Iowa, looking to go behind the net. They send it back to the Carlson, who sends it to Grady in the slot, and pad save by Cole Walters. Carlson sends it back to Grady on the point. Grady looks for a slap shot, kind of fans on it, and it goes wide. Rack looks to clear, but is unable to. Iowa keep it in, and they streak through the slot, and it appears to be tripped, but no call. Iowa is able to keep it in. They get it high slot for a shot and fought off by Cole Walters, who saves a couple of close opportunity saves and then finally covers it. Cole has done a great job here of really stretching out his body at times and stopping those great quality Iowa chances.
Yeah, Logan. I mean, Cole has been doing phenomenal work. He lost his stick on that play, had 2 Iowa men jumping over him, but he dove out and silenced that puck. 17 minutes left on the 5-on-3. 17 seconds, left on the 5-on-3, and 40 seconds left for the second penalty. Bradley needs to capitalize. They only have 3.5 minutes left. If this D can stop more from getting in front of Cole, we're looking good.
Face-off won by Iowa, back to the point. Iowa trying to get Bradley players to move and open up those shot lanes, but really to no prevail. Iowa keeps it in, almost cleared out by Zach Malbon. Sent to the slot and shot, I believe, on net, but it was hit wide by Cole. And 5-on-4 now. Bradley kills out the first one. Cole Walters fights off a screen, and nice blocker save there. Bradley finally able to clear. That'll be 23 Ethan Baker, who's finally able to get out for Bradley. Iowa hits it back in, but Bradley's able to control it and now look to ice the puck with 4 seconds left on the penalty kill, so that'll do it. Bradley just killed off a 5-on-3. So both penalty kills are now perfect. Iowa looks for a long stretch pass, but it was just kind of out of the reach of their own player. Puck now at pass back to the Iowa defense to look to kind of regroup and get things going. It's sent forward for what will be icing. So Bradley is now, I believe, 5 for 5 on the PK, and I believe Iowa's 6 for 6. So both penalty kills, have been perfect so far.
That is correct, Logan. You know, I predicted going into this game that Iowa was going to execute on power plays. Thankfully, however, Bradley's defense, and Cole Walters especially, has not allowed that to happen so far.
So offensive zone face-off for Bradley, and it is won by Iowa, who try to clear. And Tommy Shack, Tommy Shack shoots it from the face-off circle. Hits what I believe is the crossbar. Howard, oh my goodness. Tommy Shack shot it from the face-off circle. It appeared to hit the crossbar or the post, bounce over to another Bradley player who had it saved by a sprawling Howard. There was a loose puck, and it appeared one of the Iowa players pushed the net off to what should be a penalty with no call.
Yeah, the Bradley bench is livid, to say the least, right now, Logan. I mean, that first shot barely missed the net. For them to just bounce it around for a little bit, for Iowa to just cheat their way out of it.
Howard was down and out, so that would have been a quality chance for Bradley. It's won back by Bradley, shot by Etchison, who's saved by Howard, and it's fought for behind the net, and another shot that goes wide. Iowa now looks to send it behind their net and out. They do so, but just out of the reach of their players, so Bryant is able to recover it and bring it forward. He gets taken down by 2 Iowa players, and there will be a penalty for kneeing, I believe.
Logan, while that play was going on, Trevor Keeney walked past with a sprain on his wrist and an ice pack. It looks like he's going to be out for the rest of this one.
Number 71 for Iowa, Dean Dudzik, gets the penalty. Bradley now looks for their 7th power play opportunity. They win it back to the point to Tommy Shack, who sends it forward. Fought off by Iowa, and they clear it to almost a breakaway, but just out of the reach of their player. Bryant now looks behind the net to regroup.
Assessed to number 71, Dean Dudzik. 2 minutes for tripping.
Oh, Dean Dudzik, 2 minutes for tripping, not knee. Sam Bryant brings it forward into the Bradley zone, or Iowa zone, and glove save by Howard. The opportunities that Bradley have gotten have just really not had anyone in front of the net, so Howard, for most of those chances, have just been able to cleanly save them. A minute 35 now left on the Bradley power play. A minute 19 left in the period, so this will carry over if they do not score here. They win it back to the point, over to Tommy Shack, who looks to one-time it, but no one there. And Bradley shoots it in. It goes wide. Tommy Shack gets it now back at the point. Trying to get fought off, but he's able to keep it in. He shoots it back for a little tip on net and saved by Howard. So this will be a face-off now, blocker side of Howard.
Yeah, Logan, we're at 1:09 left in this one. However, the power play will extend, but I don't think these guys are caring about that right now. They want to use this next 1:09 and score. They don't want to go into intermission down 3-0.
Tie-up won by Carlson for Iowa, who wins it back to the D, who sends it out, and Tommy Shack gets his stick on it, but it just was able to sneak under it and go clear the zone. It's brought back by Bradley. Tommy Shack up to number 13, Zach Pierce, who kind of battles for it at the blue line. Sent to the slot to no one. So Iowa now on a 3-on-2. And offsides. Thankfully, Lupori passed it back to Raffone and just caused it to be offside. Number 76 for Bradley, Andrew Spence, behind the play, appeared to get hit and is really struggled to get off the ice.
Thankfully, however, he got off on his own. However, the head coach is calling over the medical staff to come take a look, as it looks like face-off is going to happen right in front of Cole Walters here.
So face-off outside the Bradley zone. And it's tied up, one back by Flood, who sends it back to Baker, I believe, who sends it over to Bryant. Bryant enters the zone with it. Sends it in deep. Flood recovers it. Sends it back behind the net. Good forechecking by Blessing and Flood, who are trying to get it loose, but Iowa player has done a really good job of keeping it on the boards behind the net. 13 seconds left here, and it is just a puck scrum. Iowa looking just to hold it down on the boards as long as they can, and the ref finally whistles it dead due to Iowa not moving the puck. So 7 seconds left here in the period. Bradley's going to look to get a quick face-off win and then a shot and maybe a rebound. They elect to keep Cole Walters in the net, so it'll be 5-on-4. It's tied up and cleared by Iowa, so that'll do it. Iowa enters the second intermission up 3-0 on Bradley, leading the shots as well, 34-15. Bradley's power play will carry over for 16 seconds into the third period. So what were your thoughts on the period?
You know, I feel like Bradley's defense kind of took a step down. They weren't playing as aggressive as they were in the first. They allowed 2 more goals in, and both of those 2 goals were on a one-on-one with Cole Walters. You know, Cole Walters is having a fabulous game for giving up 3 goals, but Cole can only do so much. You know, Logan, you can't rely on your goalie to do everything. Looking at the offense, they did improve. They got 9 shots instead of the last period of 6. However, on that play when the goalie was down and the net got knocked out, I noticed they kept trying to just put that rebound in and sneak the rebound in. However, the right side of the net had an opening. They are not really trying to they're trying to just get the puck in the net. I think if they slow it down, they might be able to get 1 or 2 more goals in.
Thank you for that. And now we are going to go to Meagan bench side. Appear to be some technical difficulties there, as we're not able to get to Meagan. I'll look to try and send it back to her again now.
Yeah, Logan, just to talk for a little bit. That 5-on-3, never mind.
All right, so that was a rough period for the Braves there. Hawkeyes now getting 2 more goals this period. Now falling 35-15 shots on goal. The Braves have been unable to get any offensive power here as we head into the third period. Braves really struggling as Iowa has taken a quite commanding, dominant tone in this game. Braves need to find some offense out here in the third period, and the Hawkeyes just need to continue doing what they are doing. We're seeing a little bit of tensions heat up here, so it should be a very interesting third period. Back up to you guys.
Thank you for that, Megan. And so, any last thoughts before we go to a break, Caden?
Yeah, my one last train of thought is we just lost 2 players on Bradley. We lost Trevor Cooney to what looks like a wrist injury, and we may have just lost Andrew Spence as they were taking him into the locker room after that hit, and he was in the locker room for the last 3-ish minutes of the game. So, or I'm sorry, the period. If they just lost 2 players, that would be detrimental, especially to their offense, knowing that Cooney and Spence combined have 13 goals for this team.
So, once again, Iowa leads 3-0. About 12 minutes left on the intermission clock. We will now go to break. Please stay tuned, and we will be back soon. This has been the Bradley Hockey Broadcast. We are now back in action to cover the third period here. Iowa leads 3-0 and is out shooting Bradley 41-15. So Garrett, what do you think Bradley needs to do to get back in this game?
They need to shoot. They did do better in the second period, racking up 9 shots instead of 6 that they had in the first period, but still under what we want to see from them. We want to see at least 40.
That's what, and they've done that with 6 power plays too. So hopefully they can get something going here as they now take the ice. Cole Walters once again in net. Iowa now looks to also be taking the ice, so we will be back in action here very soon. Yeah, both power plays so far have not prevailed, so I'm not really sure what's going to get Bradley going, whether it's a big hit or maybe a lucky bounce or on a goal or something. As a player, Garrett, what are your thoughts when you're entering a period down 3 and you've been really just getting outplayed?
You try not to think about that. You want to keep it in a positive mindset. Yeah, you might be down, but once you get one, it's like a waterfall. You can start trickling in more.
Thank you for your thoughts. Both teams now look to huddle and discuss any last-minute strategy. I believe it'll be what appears to be Bryant and Malbon out on D, and Davis, Spence, and I believe that is number 32 of Jack Flood, excuse me.
It's really good to see Andrew Spence out here to play. We have Trevor Cooney out with an undisclosed upper body injury.
Oh, excuse me. Instead of Flood, it will be Shaq for the Braves.
But Andrew Spence took a unlucky hit down in the corner towards the end of that second period and was having some difficulties getting back to the bench. It's always good to see Spence coming back.
Davis wins the opening face-off of the period back to Malbon, who sends it over to Bryant. Bryant sends it back up to Davis, who sends it to Malbon, looking to either carry or dump it in. He elects to carry it, but gets pushed off the puck, kept in by Davis, who spins around and sends it over to Shaq in front of the net. But it is won back by Carlson, and Iowa now wins it back from the Braves, and they look for a 3-on-3 zone entry. Carlson takes it himself, gets pushed in the corner by Zach Malbon, which leads to a puck battle, but it goes back to Carlson, who sends it out front, but is blocked by Tommy Davis, who now looks to break it out of the zone himself. Iowa gets it, though, and enters the zone. They pass it to Carlson on the point, who looks for a shot, and through a screen by Zach Malbon, Cole Walters is able to save it with his blocker. Iowa controls it behind the net. They send it forward to the front. A whistle by the referee for the net coming off. It'll be glove side of Cole, and I believe the Bradley zone from the looks of it.
I believe so. I don't think Bradley's going to be able to get a change here. Could be wrong. No. Yep, looks like Bradley's not able to get a change.
So this will be a long shift for them now. 55 seconds when you're normally looking for a max of like 40 or so. It is won and sent by Bradley into their bench. So they'll now be able to luckily change and get fresh bodies out there.
Devin Schneider on the bench. Almost got the glove save.
He's not in action tonight, but he was almost called upon.
Still didn't get past him.
So one back by Bradley, back to Cole, who covers it, and so we'll have another face-off, glove side of Cole. I believe that is Flood taking it for Bradley, and number 73 for Iowa, Dean Dudzik. Tie up there. Bradley's forward's able to come in, and Etchison wins it out and clears it. Iowa gets it at the blue line, sends it back in. It's sent to the corner by Schmidt. There's a puck battle now down by the student section. And it's sent on net to Cole Walters, who easily saves it and taps it aside to Schmidt. Schmidt now behind his own net, looking to fend off an Iowa player, and he sends it forward to the point, or blue line, excuse me, and it's kept in by Iowa. Bradley now Rack behind the net, look to regroup, and Rack with the lucky bounce gets it out. Iowa recovers and now looks to regroup in their own end. Parisi there being forechecked by number 13 for Bradley, but he's able to send it in. He sends it in deep, recovered by Iowa. Shot there and wide of the net. Iowa keeps it in though. Gets it down below the net to the slot and shot, and I believe saved by Cole. Puck battle there near the blue line, and the ref blows it dead. He's sending it all the way down to the Iowa's end.
Calling it intentional offsides there. It's like number 2, Ryan Brickhouse. Got a little antsy and wanted to play the puck before his team was able to get out of the zone.
Blessing takes it for Bradley, and it's one back, and Bradley unable to keep it in, sends it back in deep. Iowa regroups, looks to break it out behind their own man, but their next guy is able to cover and get it. Dudzik looks to try and take it in, but it's just out of his reach. Sam Bryant streaking down the side, takes it in, but he loses the puck. The ref even goes down himself there. Iowa now on a semi 2-on-3, but is poked away by Shaq. Iowa control it now on the right-hand boards. Shaq fends off an Iowa player, and with the help of Blessings there, Bradley's able to send it in deep. Howard goes back to get it, and this will start the Iowa breakout, but it is a bad high pass behind their own man. Tommy Davis picks it up, looks for Shaq in the middle, and it was hit away from Iowa player, but I believe Shaq was hit into the net by an Iowa player, which caused the net to go flying off. Howard was able to get out of the way of a big Tommy Shaq. From where the linesman is located, I believe the face-off will go outside the Iowa zone. And it will. So Bradley sends out Davis to take on the face-off. He wins it back to Schmidt, who sends it forward. Gets it into the Iowa zone, but the Iowa D is able to recover and start their breakout. Iowa takes it into the Bradley zone, looking for a shot, but unable to. Due to a bad pass, Bradley recovers, but Iowa sends it back in. Schmidt now looking to take it out himself. Passes it forward to the Iowa D. Iowa sends it in deep. Cole Walters comes out to play it. He stops it for Zach Malbon, who sends it forward to Etchison, who sends it back to Zach. Malbon sends it forward, trying to clear it, but unable to. Kept in by Iowa, now by the right-hand board, sent to the slot. Big hit by Etchison. The Iowa player is down. Tommy Davis sends it into the ceiling.
Oh boy, the fans for Bradley University did not like the call there.
I'm unable to tell who it is. I believe it is either number 88 or 89 for Iowa. He really seems to be in a lot of pain. The trainer now comes on to help him. It looks like Bradley will be getting a penalty for that, as I see number 19, Cam Etchison, in the box. So Iowa will be heading to the power play here. So Garrett, what have been your thoughts so far on the first 4 minutes of this third period?
Iowa still looked in control. They've been in the Bradley defensive zone way more than Bradley has been in their offensive zone. It's just not what you want to see as a Bradley fan. But as we are here with the injury delay, we are really hoping he is okay. He took a high hit from Cam Etchison.
He's now been able to get up on his knees and get up a little bit. Still unable to tell what number that is for Iowa. He's now been up to his feet and is skating to the bench with the help of his teammates. And that is number 88, Drew Zilling, who's being helped to the bench. A good amount of injuries so far tonight for both sides. Something you don't hope to see.
No, it is not. We are really hoping that he is okay after he received that high hit from Bradley. But the Bradley fan section kind of yelling at him on the ice, trying to get into their head. That's just a classless act from the fans here, and we don't want to see that in the sport of hockey. Isn't that right, Logan?
Yeah, hopefully everyone on both sides will be able to recover and get back to help their team soon. So Bradley will have Cam Etchison in the box. They have yet to put the time up. Mike Gertler, head coach of the Bradley Braves, is now talking to the referee. Cam Etchison heads to the bench, and number 2, Zach Daniels, takes his place. Etchison is now heading to the locker room, so he will be done for the night. He has been given 5 minutes. So Iowa will now have a 5-minute power play where they can score as many times as they like, and the power play will not end until those 5 minutes are up.
Unfortunate there for Cam Etchison, but the referees here are, with this call, they're trying to calm down the game. Just sending him to go to the showers a little bit early with 5 and a disqualification.
Tie up there, won by Bradley. Flood is almost able to get it out, but it is kept in on the point. Lupori sends it on net, and it is blocked away by Cole Walters. The referee has now stopped play. Him and head coach Mike Gertler seem to be in a yelling match. Uh, 11 seconds have gone off that penalty kill, so 4:49 left. Bradley will come out of it around the 11-minute mark is when it'll end. Bradley has out on the ice to kill off this penalty Bryant and Malbon and Spence and Flood. Iowa's power play unit is Carlson, Lupori, number 15, Jake Carlson as well, so 2 Carlsons, Raffone, and I cannot see the number of the 5th.
5-minute major for head contact.
Cam Etchison got a 5-minute major for head contact is what they have ruled it.
Number 19, 5-minute major for head contact at 6:14.
So after the yelling match between referee and head coach Mike Gertler, the face-off will now be blocker side of Cole Walters with 4:49 left on this penalty kill.
Coach Gertler was just inviting him out for some coffee tomorrow morning.
Just 2 old friends having a nice talk. It is won back by Bradley and cleared out. Flood looks to chase for it, and he knocks it a little bit forward but is unable to fully possess it. It's sent in to the Iowa zone, but it hits off the Iowa bench, so face-off will come to center ice. Neither team elects to go for a line change, so both teams will have their first line power play and PK out still. It's sent forward by Flood. Iowa controls it now with their own D. They send it forward, looking to dump it in, and they do. Bryant goes back to retrieve it. Carlson hits it away from him, and it is sent back to the Iowa point. Carlson sends it to Norris, who sends it back to Carlson, but there was a miscommunication. Sam Bryant almost able to clear it. Zach Malbon now trying to stop it on the right side. It's sent forward to the top of the slot, but Spence is doing a good job of forcing Iowa to stay outside. They look to walk it in. Back door now. And number 15 for Iowa scores. That'll be Jake Carlson. He was sent a nice little pass across the slot, and he took his time and was able to have a nice little snipe, I believe, low glove side of Cole Walters. So Iowa will now have 3:57 left on the power play to keep on scoring and keep that lead.
That play fundamentally broke down because Andrew Spence and Jack Flood were both on the same side up top in their zone on that kill. And the Iowa side was able to get that seam pass over to Jake Carlson, where he was able to just put one right back for where the puck was coming from.
It's one back by Bradley, who sends it in deep. It's retrieved by Iowa, who now enter the zone. They look to take it behind the net and just try and possess. They send it to the point, Parisi sends it back. And they send it back to Parisi at the top, the power play quarterback there. They send it back across for the same play, and Cole Walters is able to get over and do a blocker save. So that's twice now that Iowa has looked for the cross-seam pass. It's in the Bradley corner, sent back to the point Parisi, who's unable to control it, but keeps it in a little bit. It hits off of number 27 for Bradley, Tommy Davis, and goes into the Bradley bench. I believe it'll stay. Yes, it will stay in the Bradley zone. So it'll be a glove side face-off for Cole Walters. Tommy Davis for Bradley looks to take this face-off. It's one back by Iowa to the point. Iowa sends it now below the goal line, looking for a pass in the slat, but it is knocked away. Mueller possesses it now below the boards. He sends it forward to the top of the point, and it is shot and hit wide. On the rebound there, Cole is able to get over and stop it, and the net comes loose. The referee does call a penalty, I believe, on Iowa number 21. Luca Golding. I believe the referee signaled a slash. So that'll kill there's 2:49 left, so Bradley will come out of this with 49 seconds left on their penalty kill. So that will kill about half of the Iowa power play. 14:02 left here to play. Iowa leads 4-0, and they are out shooting Bradley 44-16. Faceoff comes now to the blocker side of Howard for Iowa. Tommy Davis looks to take it. Tommy Davis ties it up and wins it to himself for a shot, which is saved by Howard. It's sent forward to Iowa, number 91, Carlson, who streaks forward on Bryant. Bryant is able to push him off the puck and take it behind the net. He sends it to Baker. Baker, doing it all himself, beats two Iowa D-men, takes it into the zone, beats another. It's sent back to Bryant, who sends it forward to number 14, Grady Blessing, who is now 1-on-4 on Iowa. It's hit out of the point, and Zach Malbon recovers it. He looks to dump it in to the Iowa zone, but it's blocked, which allows Bradley to regroup in their own zone. Shaq sends it up to Flood, who sends it up to Blessing. But it is hit out of the zone, and it'll be a delayed offside for Bradley. Iowa recovers it and regroups now. Viola on the boards, and Flood are in a battle. Flood able to get past Viola, but he is hit off the puck, but Spence is able to recover and keep it in the Iowa zone. It's sent back to Zach Malbon on the point, who looks for the one-timer for Shaq, but Shaq is not able to fully hit it and has to corral it and elect for a wrister. It's sent back to Zach Malbon, who sends it forward. Flood is able to get a piece of it, so it'll be no icing. Iowa now behind their net looking for the breakout. They send it forward to number 8, Raffone, who sends it forward. And a wide shot by Iowa. Carlson sends it across the ice for a almost backdoor pass, but no one was really there for Iowa. Schmidt fends off one, but is unable to fend off another. Iowa enter the zone. Viola gets by almost by 2, but Cole Walters is able to fend off and save it with his left pad. It's sent forward for no icing, so Howard comes to retrieve it. He gives it back to his D-man, who now holds it behind the net looking for a breakout. They send it forward to Raffone, who sends it across the ice for an easy zone entry, and it is sent wide by Iowa. Iowa keeps it in the zone, top right hand circle. They send it now below the boards, looking for players to move. Send it back to the point. Parisi, he had a shot there, but he fumbled the puck. He sends it now below the boards. It's sent across the ice. And that'll do it for the Iowa power play. Iowa was once again looking for that cross-ice backdoor pass. So Bradley will be full strength now. And Iowa send it in is almost, it does end up going to Iowa. Bradley almost had it there, but Iowa was able to keep it in. It's sent to the slot, Parisi, and either a block by Bradley or a save by Cole Walters. Iowa able to keep it in now. Schmidt looking to clear it. He's able to get it out of the zone, so Iowa sends it back in. Bradley now looking for just a breakout, but a pass really to no one. Iowa has possession now inside the Bradley zone. Shot on net and glove save by Cole Walters. So 10:26 left to go here, and Iowa leads 4-0. It'll be a face-off the blocker side of Cole.
Really important there that Cole got that glove save. His line that was out there were coming off a rather long shift, and they were getting a little gassed. Iowa was able to take advantage of that and get some offensive pressure in.
It's won back by Iowa, who keeps it in and sends it down below the boards. Puck battle by Bryant, who fends off his man and sends it forward to Spence. Now behind the net, Rack looking to hit it towards his man. He hits it forward to, I could not see to the student section, I believe it was 13 for Bradley, so that would be Zach Pierce, who hit it high into the ceiling, so there will be another whistle, blocker side of Cole Walters. Tommy Davis to take it, wins it back. Iowa keeps it in and hits it to the slot, but is knocked away by Bradley towards the boards. Iowa possesses it below. They go for a pass, but it is stopped by Bradley. Number 27, Tommy Davis, looks to streak, and he takes it in Iowa zone for a shot that comes loose, and Bradley scores! Number 13, Zach Pierce, got the rebound and was able to hit it between the legs of Howard, who thought he had it covered. So hopefully that'll get Bradley back in it. They now trail 4-1. Really good fundamental play there by Pierce, who you're taught as a forward, always crash the net and good things will happen, and that's exactly what did happen. He got that rebound and was able to tap it in to give Bradley what hopefully will be a spark.
9 minutes and 43 seconds remaining.
It's won by Bradley. Zach Malbon hits it into the Iowa zone deep, and it's fought off by Bradley, who get a shot on net, and another, and big save there by Howard on the goal line stand. Iowa now on a 2-on-2 opportunity. Carlson skates it in, hits the post. He had a really good look there and was unable to capitalize. He went hard, an Iowa player went hard into the left side boards, and so the whistle was blown. Iowa and Bradley now appear to be in a shoving match, but the referees are getting in between both sides. Bradley now elects for a line change while Iowa appears to keep their guys out. It was number 18, I believe, who went hard into the boards.
Really hope his shoulder is okay. Speaking from a little bit of experience here, shoulder injuries are not fun, folks.
Yes, it was number 18, Lucori for Iowa, who went hard in the boards. He seems to be all right, though. So face-off now outside the Bradley zone. One back by Iowa to the D, who chip one in onto net, and Cole Walters' glove save. He elects to go for the whistle on the high shot. So it'll be a face-off here, glove side of Cole Walters, 9:15 left to play. Tommy Davis hit to take it for Bradley. And it is one back by Iowa for a quick shot and blocked. Zach Malbon now behind the net with the puck. He elects to take it forward himself, passes it to Flood off the wall, and tries to get it back, but can't. Carlson passes it into the zone for Iowa. It is retrieved by Iowa, but luckily Shaq is able to knock it away. Shaq now trying to take everyone on, but after getting past one is unable to get past two. Breakaway now for Iowa and scores. 91, Ryan Carlson. He got a breakaway pass and he shot it top glove past Cole Walters for a 5-1 lead now for Iowa. Bradley appeared to get kind of stretched out there, and Iowa was able to take advantage and get in behind Bradley D.
That was really smart skating there by Ryan Carlson, able to split the defenders and then just get right behind him with his speed. Looks like he caught the defenders a little flat-footed there.
Face-off one by Bradley to Schmidt, who hits it forward and is chipped in by Iowa on net. Cole Walters goes to play it, and he actually hits it to his goalie partner on the bench. So face-off now will be inside the Bradley zone, glove side of Cole Walters. Face-off one by Iowa. They try to go for the quick shot, but unable to. They recover the puck, though, and re-enter the zone. Bradley now, 14. Blessing for Bradley, tries to take it in. Gets pushed off the puck, but is able to hit it into the corner. A little bit of a scrum and pushing battle now going on. Iowa retrieve it and take it out from behind the net. They send it forward for a Iowa breakout and zone entry. Iowa now behind the net. Go for a pass. It is hit off of Spence's stick, out of play. So it'll be a face-off inside the Bradley zone on the blocker side of Cole Walters. 7:58 left here to play. Iowa leads 5-1. Oh, the referee elects to have the face-off outside the Bradley zone. Face-off one back by Iowa on the draw. They send it deep. Bryant back to recover, goes to hit to rack, but Iowa player is able to intercept. Bryant looks to clear and is unable to, and now there is a puck battle along the boards. One back to the Iowa D. Rack now looks to clear, and with the help of number 15, Corrales is able to, but is hit back into the Bradley zone by Iowa. Puck battle now near the blocker corner of Cole Walters. It's won by Bradley, but turned over, and Mueller goes for the shot, but is blocked by Rack. Bradley send it forward and try and clear, but once again, it goes out of play. So Bradley will have another in-zone face-off.
And I don't think they're going to be able to get a change here because it did not go off the glass.
It is tied up and won back by Bradley, who hits it forward off the Iowa D's hand. Corrales goes to retrieve it, but is unable to. Iowa hit it forward. Zach Malbon recovers. He hits it forward to Flood, who chips it out of the zone. Flood loses it, and it is hit by Iowa out of play. So it'll be a neutral zone face-off. 6:53 left here to play. Bradley has not really had any offensive zone time in a little bit now. Face-off won back by Iowa, but Bradley's able to get by for a breakaway. And Tommy Davis stopped by Howard, hit, and somehow stayed out. Shaq now looking for the long pass. Goes to no one, but it will not be icing. Blessings and Pierce looking to forecheck. It's hit forward by Iowa. Zach Malbon using his body. Ends up with 2 Iowa players on the ground. 3-on-2 now for Bradley. Blessing tries to chip it and keep it in. He does so, and he retrieves the puck by himself. Over to Tommy Davis, who fans on the one-timer. He sends it across ice to Shaq, who looks to shoot and whiffs on it. Iowa now with a 2-on-1, but there will be a penalty call, I believe, going to Iowa. So this will leave for a Bradley power play. My co-commentary Garrett here has signaled for a cross-check, and so has the referee, so that'll be number 28. Andrew
Bape.
with the cross-check. So 6:03 left here to play. Bradley really hoping to get one here. Bradley wins the face-off. Rack sends it in deep. And Iowa is able to clear. Cole Walters goes behind the net to play it. He stops it for Rack, who picks it up. Rack now looking to lead the breakout. Passes it forward to Baker, who appeared to be tripped, but no call. Iowa send it forward to Cole Walters, who plays it forward to Flood. Flood sends it across the ice. Spence sends it in deep for Bradley. Flood goes to recover and kind of pokes it away from Iowa, who are now in a puck battle with the Bradley Braves. They go to clear, and they just get it out. Cole Walters goes to play, and Shaq now behind the net looking for the breakout. Shaq now skating it himself by 2 Iowa players, but is unable to get it through. The referee has signaled for a penalty, so it'll be a penalty on Iowa. Cross-checking. So Bradley will now have a 5-on-3 power play here for 54 seconds. It looks like number 8 for Iowa, Brian Raffone, will have a 2-minute penalty for cross-checking. So Bradley now did the 5-on-3 power play.
Coach Mike Gertler takes the smart decision here. Elects for his team to have a timeout. Let his key players kind of get a rest, get some water, and come up with a game plan for this 5-on-3 for 54 seconds, and then they'll have 1:06 after 5-on-4. So 2 minutes for the man advantage. The Braves are able to get 2 here, and they hopefully should be able to get 1.
They might not be able to come back tonight, but if they can get a goal or 2 here late in the period, it will maybe be able to create some momentum for them going into tomorrow night. Because they will be back here again at the Owens Center to play Iowa on Saturday.
I believe puck drop is slated for 6:05 tomorrow.
I believe you are correct, Garrett. So face-off here now, Iowa zone on the right side of Howard. It's tied up and won by Iowa, who send it in deep. Cole Walters goes to play it, but elects not to. And Bryant is back for Bradley to retrieve it. He elects to take it forward himself, enters the zone. And he now enters the slot for a quick wrister high of the net. Shaq retrieves it in the blocker side corner. Puck battle now. Iowa looking to keep it on the boards. It's won back to Iowa, and they clear it. Cole Walters now out to play it. 20 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Bryant again takes it from behind the net and takes it himself. He passes it over to Pierce, who enters the zone. Pierce passes over to Baker. Baker over to Davis. Davis now looking for the backdoor play, passes over to Shaq. Back to Davis, one-timer, and blocked by Iowa. It's sent deep into the Bradley zone with an Iowa player out of the box, streaking in on Cole Walters. Cole Walters is able to hit it up towards the Bradley bench over to Shaq, who sends it forward to Davis, who is unable to fully corral it and gives it back to Iowa. Iowa sends it in deep on net. Cole Walters easily knocks it aside and gives it to Rack. Rack now regroups and circles around, trying to evade the Iowa forecheck. Hits it forward to Flood. Bradley are able to get it in deep to the Iowa zone, and they keep it in at the point for a quick shot on net that is knocked away by Howard. Iowa try and clear again and is stopped, but then the second clear attempt is successful. 17 seconds left now on the Bradley power play. Flood looking to bring it forward and enter the Iowa zone. He's unable to. He hits it back to Malbon, who gets it in deep. And that'll do it for the Bradley power play. Iowa's now even. Iowa sends it down deep, but it is no icing due to the Iowa still being on the PK for that split second. Zach Malbon gets it, sends it forward. Intercepted at the point, but the Iowa player is unable to corral it. Iowa send it in deep. Zach Malbon back to retrieve it. He hits it forward to Flood, who is unable to fully possess it. Almost brought in by Pape. It's sent into the Bradley bench. So there will be 2:27 now left to go in this third period, and a face-off right outside the Bradley zone.
Just got to transition back about 30 seconds, trying to fully understand what Zach Malbon was doing there. He sent that pass clearly across the center of the ice with trying to hit Tyler Bouchard, I believe, on the far side. But if he had his head up, which I do believe he did, he would have seen that Iowa player standing right there.
Yeah,
very risky pass.
Lucky break for Bradley there because the Iowa player was unable to really bring it in. They were only able to keep it in the zone. So it was one back by Iowa there, dumped into the Bradley zone, and Bradley are now able to clear it. Bradley turn it over now at their own blue line. Iowa enters the zone. They pass it to the slot, and the one-timer is blocked. Good defensive play there by Bradley to stop that. They send it down the length of the ice, nearly missing Howard, so it will be icing. 1:46 left here to play. Face-off will be glove side of Cole Walters, excuse me. Bradley hopefully can maybe get a late goal here and try and get something going for tomorrow night. It'll be number 20 for Bradley to take it and number 8 for Iowa, or number 9, excuse me. He wins it, backdoor pass, and Mueller gets stuffed on the goal line by Cole Walters, who is able to sprawl back on it, and the ref blows it dead. There is now a scrum in the bottom left corner between Bradley and Iowa due to some post-whistle activities. Bryant for Bradley appears to be very unhappy. He is heading to the box. So it'll be a Bradley penalty now. Mueller waves to him as he skates by. So 24, Sam Bryant enters the box for Bradley with 1:43 left here. So if Iowa does not score, they will be on the power play for the rest of this game.
Mueller was very lucky that neither referee had seen him wave to Sam Bryant, who was sitting in the box, as he would have gotten a penalty as well.
Normally refs do not allow that, so they, like you said, they must have missed it. Face off now, glove side of Cole Walters. One back by Iowa. Held on the blue line. They send it in, and it is blocked. Mueller looks for a pass. Saved by Cole, who knocks away the rebound. Iowa control it now, below the boards. Carlson possesses it. He gives it back to Raffone, who sends it back to Carlson at the top of the point. Carlson shoots it, and it is blocked by Blessing, but kept in. Raffone controls it near the top of the circle. He sends it in deep to Iowa. Phone now. He goes to receive the pass near the blue line, misses it, and it leaves the zone. Blessings now dumps it in deep to the Iowa red line, excuse me. It is controlled now back by Iowa, who regroup. Norris leads the charge. He sends it forward for a quick pass and right in the chest of Cole Walters, who saves it. 54 seconds left to go now in this third period. Face-off will be glove side of Cole. Bradley looking just to kill off these last 54 seconds and get ready for tomorrow night. It's won back by Iowa, who send it back to Parisi, who shoots it, is blocked away by Cole, who sprawls back, but luckily the puck goes behind the net. Iowa control it now. They send it to the point to Parisi, who sends it now to the right circle, and they elect for the cross ice pass, but no one is there. Parisi runs into the lineman. Mueller back now. He takes it into the zone. Shot by Iowa at the top of the slot, but it is blocked away by Cole Walters, out of play. 29 seconds left now, and there will be a face-off blocker side of Cole. It's one back by Iowa, really, on the tie-up. Iowa take it behind the net. They look to just kill off these last couple of seconds. They pass it over to Parisi across the ice, who passes it down low and into the breadbasket of Cole Walters. A little post-whistle scrum, or pushing, shoving, I should say, between Zach Melbon and someone from the Iowa side.
With 13 seconds here remaining in the period, this is something that you, as a player, shouldn't really be partaking in, as you don't want to get disqualified on accident for tomorrow's game.
So one back by Iowa there, hit into the far right Bradley corner. It is then past the slot, and I believe the puck just bounced a little, and so on the shot, it just caused it to go out of play. 5 seconds left now. Face-off blocker side of Cole Walters. It is one back by Iowa for a quick shot that is blocked, and that'll do it. The Iowa Hawkeyes snap the Bradley Braves 6-game win streak, and they win with a final score of 5-1. So before we go, Garrett, any thoughts about this game or thoughts heading to tomorrow?
I really am not sure what Coach Mike Gurgul or Nate Chastain are going to say to the Bradley Braves after this game. That is not the style of hockey that they want, and Bradley did not play the full 60 minutes that were there.
We are now going to head to Meagan, rink side once again.
At the Owens Center. Tough loss for the Braves, only getting one goal in the entire game, but nice job breaking the shutout. University of Iowa really on a hot streak here, coming in, getting that revenge they've been looking for ever since MACA playoffs last year. However, the Braves aren't going to sit down. We do have another game tomorrow night here. Be sure to catch us back here at the Bradley Hockey Network. We are looking for some more offense here from the Braves. Can't get anything done if you're not shooting at the net. University of Iowa needs to stay out of the box. Despite having a lot of success, time in the penalty box has not been helping them. Back to you guys.
Cover your ears.
Thank you very much for that, Megan. So thank you for tuning in, everyone, tonight. This has been the Bradley Braves hockey broadcast. We'll be back in action, I believe 6:05 tomorrow is puck drop, so please tune in for that. And I've been Logan Quinn, joined by Garrett, Hammill, and Caden Sexton. Thank you for tuning in, and this will be us signing off.